Critical race theory is all the rage right now for some reason. You've got people on the right claiming that it's teaching that all white people are racist and evil. And you've got people on the left saying, well, no, this is just actual history. This is the truth. The problem is, to those people on the right, if you don't even know what it is, it's going to be kind of hard to take you seriously. Fortunately, you have people like Sonnie Johnson who have a more informed perspective. Welcome to Escaping the Echo Chamber. So what I've just realized is, in fact, right now, Ta-Nehisi Coates is trending because he did he explained critical race theory and how false history is being taught. And that is why critical race theory is needed. And now my point to conservatives who may be watching this, if what is being taught in the schools right now is false history, and black people know it's false history, it doesn't matter whether critical race theory is true or not. They know that what is being taught now is false, and they will accept the alternative. So if you want to stop critical race theory, you have to make sure that the garbage that's being taught now, the lies, are gotten out of there, and you actually teach real history. That's why I really appreciate Sonnie Johnson's perspective, because she has no problem calling out critical race theory and the lost cause history, where you have an entire type of history that was taught and created to placate white Southerners into feeling better about themselves. White guilt, anyone? Interesting. So I was listening to Sonnie Johnson today, and that was one of the things she was talking about. She was talking about how it's this lost cause history. She was talking about the foundation of lost cause history, and how if you have conservatives today advocating for, hey, we need to get rid of critical race theory and go back to what was being taught 10 years ago, which is lost cause history, that's not the answer. And that is why you will have black people embracing critical race theory, because the alternative you're offering is some bull. It's some absolute garbage. Now, I'm just now starting to look into critical race theory because I didn't go to university. I didn't go to college and study that nonsense. And I say nonsense because, yeah, I don't like a lot of the academic stuff that they teach anyway. But as I'm starting to read up on it, and there are some things in it that make me say, okay, I don't see the problem. I think what the problem is not just the facts that they're talking about, but the conclusions that they're then deriving from that set of facts. So there seems to be a very close analogy being made between critical race theory and the 1619 Project. In fact, that was one of the things that Ta-Nehisi Coates was talking about, how Nicole Hannah-Jones was denied denied tenure. I'm in my legal mind right now. Denied tenure at the college that she was working at, and he's saying it's white backlash. It's because they're upset that she's teaching and advocating actual history. But the point is, at this point in time, black people know that the stuff that was being taught was some absolute nonsense. And if you're still trying to act like that's real, then that's why you're not going to have any credibility in combating critical race theory. Because if critical race theory is wrong and is taking certain facts, but then coming to some other conclusion that's self-serving and not even self-serving, but that's serving some Marxist agenda, you're letting it happen by refusing to repudiate this false lost cause history. But I like how Sonnie Johnson broke it down today, and she was breaking it down for conservatives. Like, listen, I'm not going to be sarcastic. I'm just trying to tell you what happened. I'm going to break down how after the Civil War, the South, people in the South were broken. They felt bad, and so they said. So somebody came in and said, "Hey, we're gonna teach you. We're gonna change history. We're gonna change the facts. We're gonna rewrite history so that you can feel better about yourselves." And they did. And that's the nonsense that's been taught for decades throughout school systems, and that has black people looking at the school systems like this is some garbage. But to black people, we know this system is, if we know that systemic racism exists, we know that there's a lot of bull coming from the system. Why are we trusting the system to educate our kids in the first place? So whether it's CRT or lost cause, like the reason why we've got our kids being taught this lost cause nonsense is because we actually have a system that doesn't give a damn about us teaching our kids. That's our problem. That's what we shouldn't be dealing with. That's what we shouldn't be accepting. We should not be accepting of that. That is a problem, whether they're teaching CRT, lost cause, or actual history. Either way, we should be teaching our kids history. We should be raising our kids, and we shouldn't be turning our kids over to a system that is hostile to them. Back to the CRT. But the thing is, so that there's like the CRT, I found out about critical race, critical legal theory, where the laws were basically being used to enact a racialized, racist agenda. I see validity to that. I mean, like, that shouldn't be controversial. But like I said, it seems, and I'm looking for good sources, and I'm listening to, conservatives like Jeff on the right, who's actually looking at, sources as well from the left to see what it actually is. Because I can't take the words of somebody like a Vernon Jones, who, when asked to define what critical race theory is, starts insulting and deflecting, and then says, well, you tell me what it is. Okay, if you didn't know what it is, you should have just shut the hell up. Like, you shouldn't have been opening your mouth, running around talking about, oh, we've got to stop critical race theory and I will ban it. Like, how can you ban something and you don't even know what it is? They could call it rainbow theory, and your dumbass wouldn't know because you have no idea what critical race theory is. That's stupid. So if you're going to criticize it, at least know what it is. And now if you're saying, oh, no, I don't want to get poisoned. Are you that simple-minded? Are you that simple-minded that you think reading some book on critical race theory is going to make you believe critical race theory? Because you got bigger problems if that's the case. I want to know what it is. I want to know what because I've started doing some surface reading, and it seems to have some really ridiculous conclusions. It starts with the fact, okay, racism existed, and then it goes to, so we need to give more power to the system. I'm like, wait a minute, that's backwards. Like, if racism is embodied in every law, and every facet of the government and this legal system, then we need to give this system more power. That's what? Like, that's just surface level reading. So I need to do more studying on it. Need to do some more reading. But guess what? A lot of you do too. If you want to criticize critical race theory, know what it is. Stop listening to your idiot pundits who are just using talking points, because you'll get into a conversation with somebody who actually knows what critical race theory is, and they will make you look like a fool. Know what it is, and then see, okay, hey, this aspect of it makes sense, but then these conclusions, no, that doesn't make any sense. And this is my problem with critical race theory, not the facts that it's teaching. If it's teaching facts, if it's teaching stuff that just didn't happen and isn't true, then you can attack that as well. But you won't know that unless you actually take a look at what it is. That's what I'm saying. And I like the way Sonnie is breaking it down. I like the way she's been talking about the lost cause history. Like, I'm getting history lessons from Sonnie Johnson. By the way, if you don't know, I'm talking Sonnie Johnson, Patriot, Sirius XM, 125. And like, yeah, she's been giving me history lessons every Saturday. So if you have Sirius XM, listen to Sonnie Johnson Saturdays at 1 o'clock. If you don't have Sirius XM, you could do like I did and get it just to listen to Sonnie Johnson. As always, don't forget to give me the thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. If you agree with what I said, or if you just agree with that you think it's necessary before you critique something to kind of have some kind of understanding of it, at least the rudimentary. But if you think, oh no, I don't need to know what it is, it's from the left, it's stupid, and you're stupid because you want me to read. If you feel like that, then go ahead and give me a thumbs down, and tell me why in the comments below, and I'll either address it in the comment section or in a future video. I'll see you next time.